So since the Broly film came out, a lot of people have been talking about whether or not Broly's strength was credible in the film. A lot of people say it was BS. They say no, that was terrible. And I talked about this, I touched upon this before the film came out, because all we had were trailers and all we seen was, hey, Broly is actually giving Goku and Vegeta a run for their money. And back then I said, yo, it does kind of smell like BS. How is he jumping? And I even made a video again about the problem of Broly's strength, of it doesn't make sense. Now you get the film, and one of the things that they missed out on, and I wish they would have stressed upon this, that kind of makes all of it make sense to me now. Because now I can formulate a different opinion. Now when I see the people yelling and saying that Broly is just broken, it doesn't make sense, his strength is BS, no which way, now I actually can say, oh, no, I've seen the film. I can tell you right now, there's a legitimate reason why he has that strength. They didn't really stress it enough in the Broly film, and they didn't stress it enough in Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power with Kale. Or even just before that, the lead up to that, where we was getting those kind of filler-esque episodes where we were seeing them transform for the first time, which I don't find that filler. I thought that was amazing episodes. But we seen that one of the key elements that makes Kale and Broly way different from everything we know about Saiyans. We think we know everything about Saiyans. There's something different about those two that... Oh. Yeah, that's something different. But there's something different about those two Saiyans in particular that make their powers make sense. And that's the fact of which we couldn't see it at the time. With Kale, we didn't have this back knowledge of Broly being actual canon to the story. So all we had was a filler movie that people didn't accept as content for the actual Dragon Ball story. They were like, yo, that's filler. Broly movie, it's cool. No, we love him, but that's not the case. Broly and Kale are the two Saiyans that are the legendary Saiyans. They are the legendary Super Saiyans of myth. They briefly touched upon it in the Dragon Ball Super Broly film. And we have the prior knowledge of, hey, Broly came from being, you know, he's officially the legendary Super Saiyan. That was the first film. So you know that they're using that prior content for the actual canon of Dragon Ball now. You know, the main story, the main timeline, they're using that rhetoric as where they're going with it moving forward. So again, is it fair to say that these two Saiyans in particular that have the look, that are both seemingly counterparts of each other, because we know Universe 6 and 7 Saiyans are, or people for that matter, anybody within those Saiyans are kind of mirrors of each other. So with that being said, more than likely, Kale is the Broly of Universe 6. And again, that means that if they're both this legendary Super Saiyan, they're counterparts of each other. They're one and the same. They're going to have the same secret ability. So how can we hold them to the same standard of, hey, there's low-class Saiyans in Dragon Ball, you know, as the other Saiyans? It just doesn't make sense. We've seen that Goku's an exceptional Saiyan, right? We've seen that from Earth till Namek. Just in that thing alone, that little space travel that he had, he went from a power level of what? Over 9,000! Okay, it was over 8,000 or whatever, and then when he would use his Kaioken, it would multiply or whatever. He went from over 8,000 to what? He beats Frieza, which Frieza's base form alone was 500,000. What was it, 530,000, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It could be wrong, man, but 530,000 was Frieza's base. So if Goku can make those leaps, and Goku, he's not the legendary Super Saiyan, I mean, he's the legendary Saiyan of all of it. You know, he's the child of myth, but he's not even really, you know what I'm saying? Because do you classify Goku as human or Saiyan? I'd say he's a Saiyan raised on Earth. So that's kind of both. Just like, you know, I guess if you go with people like, hey, are you Puerto Rican or are you American? I'm a Puerto Rican that was raised in America. I'm American, so I'm an American Puerto Rican, I guess, right? So with that being said, okay, they're legendary Saiyans. So what? Does that mean that they're supposed to just randomly be stronger than everybody just because they're legendary? Not quite. I mean, yeah, it definitely showcases when they were babies, Broly's left nut was stronger than King Vegeta. Okay? That's sad. No. But seriously, Broly as a child, probably similar to Kale, was a monster. We don't know much about Kale being a baby, but we know that Broly as a child was an absolute monster, that he was sent away. We know all of his history. So let's look at one key element in Dragon Ball that you add being legendary with that makes the formula for a Broly or a Kale. The Zenkai boost. aka a Saiyan's ability to get stronger after every battle in a dramatic way. We've seen Vegeta abuse it when he had Krillin practically kill him, blasting him through the chest, trying to become Super Saiyan. Of course, he thought that was the route or whatever, but we've seen the Saiyans use time and time again. We've seen Goku and Vegeta time and time again get stronger and stronger with every battle because of the Zenkai boost. So you take a legendary being like Kale or Broly, they might not have been that strong at all when they first started. Broly might have been pretty freaking weak when he first threw hands with Vegeta, but possibly they have an accelerated Zenkai boost, or they have a general giant jump of a Zenkai boost. So, hypothetically speaking, if a Goku gets a Zenkai boost of like a 7, right? A Broly gets a Zenkai boost of like a 50 in comparison, and probably a lot bigger. Like if Goku gets a 7, Broly probably gets 1,000, just to put it in perspective, because again, they're the legendary Saiyans of myth. They probably don't have barriers that stop their Zenkai boost, so however strong the main villain is, they probably can get a giant bump, but maybe they can't go that long with Zenkai boosts. We've seen that Zenkai boosts only last a certain amount of time. In the manga, I think it was confirmed, Goku and Vegeta no longer can Zenkai boost. They gotta do it the old-fashioned way. They gotta figure it out on their own. They can't just expect to get knocked out and wake up and be 10 times stronger. Maybe Broly and Kale only have that 1 or 2 big bumps, and maybe that's what'll stop them from, of course, surpassing Goku and Vegeta, because obviously they're not going to allow Broly and Kale to be the new stars of the show. So probably their Zenkai boosts are just like one big gulp in a sense. Instead of a tiny sip here and there once in a blue, they get like one giant gulp and it's a wrap and they can't do it no more, which would make sense in terms of the story. And maybe I'm giving more of a better explanation than the story will actually give, but that's my take on Broly's essential monstrosity strength, similar to Kale's, basically the legendary Saiyan myth name, alongside with the power to get stronger after every battle being times a billion in comparison to the other Saiyans, is why Broly's strength makes sense, why Kale's strength makes sense, and what makes a legendary Saiyan or Super Saiyan so freaking awesome and really cool. Kind of curious what you guys think about this explanation. This is something I thought of based on everything I've seen, and honestly it just feels like it makes sense to me. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit the bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day. Can't forget the music, though.
Alright, so let's get started. I don't care if it's all a game. We don't play fair. I say we gotta do what we do. No matter how you move, make your move.
That's how it be, though. Nothing but grade A effort just to get a C, though. Eyes watching, but we never seem to be, though. Even when stakes are high, we never seem to meet, yo. It's always please, yo. Never satisfied, though. What the fuck I gotta do to get by, though? No matter how much I seem to fucking try, though. At times I really wanna motherfucking die, yo. I won't lie, yo.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter